Nice to see you again. So, I'm taking another video of the day 2 challenge because previously in the last video I was creating data frames and also telling you how can null values be inserted into data frames and some of the interview questions which were asked. And they were pretty fun and they're very different as well. So, please excuse me if you see different facial expressions or um, I have a lot of fever and cold, but I'm trying to be consistent and code my way and also make this video and blog. I wrote this Kaggle notebook here, so I have severe cold. If I try to sneeze in this video, so please take it as chill or a pass over. Um, Thanks for being very patient now. And so I have taken mm, a data set from Kaggle which had 192 records, and it had 35 columns as you can see, and 192 total records, and this is the world data. um, it is a .csv file which I have taken temporarily to see if it has null values and how can I fill the values and clean it, replace it, filter it, and group it. So I've also included some interview questions which I was asked and how to deal with those kind of questions, and I've written answers to those questions as well. And in this video, I'll be showing you that, and I'll also be walking you about like how do you see the total count of different features and which kind of features can be removed. And when you see here, there are different kind of records, and I'm trying, this is first a string record. I'm trying to see if there is any not a number kind of um, value in the string records, or if there are any null values in the first record by going through the sum function. Sum is basically it tries to just check how many trues and negative values are there. So negative values are marked as a boolean value false while this function is run. And I'm also trying to see if there is anywhere any value where it is 0, and there was not a 0 but NaN. So I was just seeing if there was a um, null value. So I see that there is a function called as armed forces size, and there was a NaN here. Even though I got the result here like this, so and I'm trying to replace it with the NaN with no armed force in place. In place is a parameter where while filling the not a number values, you can either give it as false or true. If you're like displaying or depicting to someone or demonstrating your video, then you can give it as false for temporary analytics purpose while visualizing data or while cloud pulling the data for big data cloud visualization, like that kind of activities. Or else if you're cleaning it as a data scientist for data modeling or statistical financial reporting, then you can keep it as true like here. So the changes are reflected in the present database when you give it as true. And I've also changed it for unemployment rate, where I saw an NA in here, so I thought let's change it as well using the method ffill. Ffill is basically forward filling. So when you have ffill in unemployment rate, then because that is 11.70, then it keeps filling 11.70 till it finds the next like here it is 11.70, it is 11.70, then 6.89. But if it is something like backward fill, and that is B fill, then you have 6.89 here, then it will be 6.89 here, because we are iterating from the backwards. So forward fill means we are iterating from the forward. And we will see display C, which is after doing changes, we see that in unemployment rate, you can see because we have forward filled, the resulting was 11.70, and in armed force sizes you have no armed force. Previously it was something like this, no armed force, let it was NAN. Okay. And display, instead of print you can use display. It gives you a very elegant pandas look. And how do you see if there are any missing values or some kind of non-negative data, like dollar values, or sometimes you have uh, values left when you pull the data as JSON strings from Jira. And that's when you need to see, like, if there is anything. So you can use the function any, all, or anywhere or anyone, like that. There are some functions like that, where c dot is null. Like, it keeps asking if in the data frame are there any null values. If there is any, then give me true, and it gives you true. And if you want to see how many of them are null, then you can give it sum dot total sum dot sum, and you give 294 total, not a number, values are present in entire data frame. So those you have to clean or replace, or give any kind of outlier treatments, or basically as a data scientist you also have to see which kind of values have to be removed, and some are periodic values which can be replaced with constants. So I was trying to see if for is null. You can see for individual types it, yeah. And population dot is null, where nan is equal to yes. And I have taken another parameters as well, another column names, like in urban population how many null values are there total. There are 5 null values. So if it is not null, wherever nan is there, mark it as no. If it is null, then mark it as, wherever nan is there, mark it as yes. So instead of nan, I'm marking it as no and yes in urban population. So what is urban population? It is a column name. Wait, I'll show you. This is an integer column name where I'm giving you as no and yes, instead of any kind of median value or mode value of the complete data set. I'm doing like that so that people will get accurate information rather than some, if I'm mean or modes. So that kind of granularity can be maintained. So see of now I'm trying to see if there are any no values here which are not null, and you get 0 rows because it was filled by no's. So the technique actually worked. And now I'm trying to see if anyone has any yes values, that is yes. So I see that there is the count for each and every column. So just by doing a c dot log count, you can see like how many columns have how many values. You can also use iloc here and give the position of whatever column you are trying to see, if you are trying to look out for specific values. And is null dot values dot any, is it basically says you in my database are there any null values, any. Yeah, it's true, there are null values. So you can see somewhere that it might be true, but here, see, true, 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 true. So there might be null values. So instead of checking row by row, you can use functions, or you can use manual iterations like iter row, iter tuple, or df indexing for iterating, or simple functions like this. And you'll try to see the sum of for every like what is the highest. So we see that minimum wage has the highest, not a number values, it was hidden. And the next highest was total tax rate. So the tax rate and the wages were hidden. So how do I fill up my missing values? So the constant, you can fill it up with a constant instead of like filling it up with any kind of integer. You can fill it up with missing or C or B or any kind of value which is used in your company. And display command is used to see um, if see it was filled with missing like that. Then again you're also missing. And now I'm trying to fill it birth rate with mean value. And birth rate, I saw that birth rate here has 6 missing values. So somewhere where missing value nan was there, it was filled with the mean of that value. So mean is basically the average of how many ever records were there, sum of records by total number of records for that particular birth rate column. My nose is burning, yeah. I don't know why. And C of calling code, we have floating point numbers, that is basically decimal numbers. And for I want to fill it up with a mode because and when you keep mode, then you have to like I was trying to fill it up with 1.0, that is for calling rate. And since calling I saw that calling code had how many values? One value. So one value will be filled with 1. And now I'll be going to the replace values, like whenever you have some kind of a constant value in a floating number or in some kind of column, like we have floating numbers here, missing values. So I'm creating a temporary data frame data set where I'll be filling population with wherever missing is there. In place of that, I'll be filling c dot population. No, sorry. So I was trying to find out if there is missing is present. If c of population has if they have not a number values, then fill in with missing values. So population is here. You see there's a column called population. Yeah, in population you have 1 missing value. And here you can see if there is any values, not a number values, it will be filled with the constant value missing. And I'm also trying to check if that particular value was filled with missing in the dataset. You can do like this: d2 of population is equal to missing, but I passed it by mistake as cc. So I will correct it here itself. d2 of d2 of c of population is equal to missing. Yeah, you get this error. So so basically you do it like this. And in the maternal mortality rate ratio dot fill na method, we have forward fill here. So I was trying to see if limit and in place could be done here. You can also pass access. So when you do a limit, then you are limiting your filling values to only one value. And when you pass access, then the first column will be selected. So in the maternal mortality ratio. So padding is basically like filling as well. So wherever you find NaN values, there you go, and the system goes and it gives you any kind of value over there. So that's how padding works. And I try to do padding for 45 values, and all the 45 values are filled. are not filled here. Uh, so because it has percentage and here it has dollar, so this works very well for common numeric values, decimals, and integers. And when we have data frames, then I have taken a temporary data frame, and I'm trying to swap the data frames of like values of two data frames. And how is it done? You can use ilog to or log to find the exact to pass the exact integer value for a column, and you can swap it like this. And here c dot abbreviation is basically here this column, so I was trying to see for wherever country is equal to d1. uh, yeah, in abbreviation and country. So wherever d1 will be there, that will be in country, sorry, in country wherever d1 was there, over there dz will be replaced. And over here wherever al was there, um, over there b will be replaced. Like for example, c dot abbreviation, you have al here, second column, second row. So over here you have b will be there. Something wrong happened here. So you see, luck isn't working right now for me. So if wherever so I have written this query where wherever c dot abbreviation is equal to dz, replace it with al, and you see al and dz here. Let's run this, and it is still the same. I don't know why. I have to look into this bug. If this one is not working, because I don't know why, but these two are not working properly. So that was the end of the second video for my day 2, and soon I'll be also going through different kinds of statistical Python functions, and also I'll be going through different kinds of data frame cleaning, outlier treatments. Before that, we should see how does mean, median, mode work in Python, and different statistical methods, so that while exploring the data, we'll be able to explain it well. Okay, thank you, and good night. And thank you for bearing with me, even if I had a cough, cold, and I had very painful throat and cold, and I was sneezing several times. Okay, bye, friends. See you soon.